hit or miss.
Lila, all right.
And if you
Let's
miss
go,
in a
team.
best of one,
Jace, Viban, Oriana, Poppy, Nocturne, Ziggs. All right, Camille, lock-in. KC going down the same path. Ziggs is banned though. Ziggs is banned. And I do think that the answers into Camille are perfectly fine without Ziggs. Duro can play Shen, he can play Leona. So Syndra hover. Syndra slam. Chovy not known for Syndra, guys. This is one of the least played champions of all time. I like the Nafiri look-in. Let's see if Khalis Criminel. I don't think that picking Mel here is good. Are we just picking Rumble? Cassio flex. But we're picking Cassio into Syndra. Like, Syndra will just match Cassio wherever she goes. And I think that you're very happy on the Syndra side. I think picking Rumble was the way here. Really should have picked Rumble in my opinion. Because here the thing is, Genji can just keep Syndra flex till last and just send Syndra into Cassio no matter what. Ambessa ban. Here Poppy is already out, so they just need to ban Rigatoni. And then I think that you can consider Rumble ban, because the enemy can indeed blind pick Yone. No, the flex is on, guys. Doesn't matter who's playing who. We are talking about the draft through the lens of draft. Both teams need to consider the flex options. And then here you pick Leona. I like Leona into Camille, good into Cassio too. Like Leona's Giga Premium here. I think Pantheon ban is really troll. I don't understand why we are banning Pantheon. I think Leona has really good interaction into Camille and also really good into Cassio as well. Because of her damage spread. Leona has a built-in block into her W. Syndra is matching Cassio no matter what. That's a whole Genji draft plan. Here you can easily send Syndra mid, and then you can pick something like Kaiser if you want to. You can also simplify and pick something with range. I don't think Mel value is high here. You can pick something like Jin if you want. But, alright, so Syndra into Cassio, as mentioned before. Oh no, these bars, when there's a lead. Oh, this is when they click the camera on. Okay, when they click the camera on. But my OCD is really popping off, guys, because those lines are not on the same. The lines are not meeting. Okay. Holy. Kiahu. You know, KC have an advantage, bro. These guys are not affected by jet lag, bro. They might have just boot camped in France. Flying from Korea to France, you get jet lag max. KC have zero jet lag. It's jet lag back gap.
That's a great hook shot to come on through from Busio, but Shield of Daybreak going to be there from Duro.
It's like one of those games, you know, like if KC don't beat them here, then will they ever win?
Yahoo with teleport
Probably
advantage
no.
right now could look for just a few, unless you hit that scatter.
Yeah, there's no dive. Yikes is gonna press B, I imagine. He's waiting for the Raptor respawn, I guess, but I feel like Genji are happy to take a fight here, no? The CC chain on Syndra. Khalis Criminel is committing all the way. Kind of a cool play from KC.
Yeah, they're going to have a man advantage here as well, as Chovy in a decent position. Busio taking a lot of damage as Canyon.
Ooh, the ADC gap actually matters. Busio uses the miasma cooldown is very long. I feel like Genji can play this now. That's a CC chain, root on Cassio, but she has a Ruby Crystal. She's very tanky. Good stuff from KC. Top 10 ADC, showing up to the fight. The practice and the lack of jet lag is helping them. Committing on Kiahu is the worst target because he's actually the tankiest member of KC. And here, Duro sent it, but nobody can connect because the Syndra stun. Syndra stun, I think Chovy needed to wait for the stun, and Canyon didn't really have an angle to Q. I have a feeling we're gonna see nice things from KC. Oh, that's a flash. Drula's got flash and barrier here, though. Did Busio do too much? But there's double Ruby. He's so tanky. Can he even die? Oh, he can die. That's very disappointing from KC because looking at where the map state is at, Nafiri just needs to complete his full clear and KC's bot lane just needs to wait. Camille can be in fog, Ezreal can't get dove, and you can pressure the Syndra, burn a flash maybe, and they would be in a very good spot. This pointless, this fire on bot lane, Busio burning flash is really pointless. He's really letting the enemy breathe here through that, because obviously Camille with flash and double ruby is one of the biggest spikes that you're gonna have in the game, you know.
Yeah, it does have a level advantage.
Yike has smite advantage. Why does Yike give this? Why does Yike give this? He knew Ambessa top needed to base back, and Syndra was showing on the mid wave, and Busi had better tempo than Leona because he died. I don't like that Yike gave that. Maybe just saved Smite. He saved Smite for the purpose of having it for the crab. But look at Genji kiting back. They're not walking through the miasma.
Starting to hurt as Duro trying to get himself out of there. Kana with the Mega Gnar though.
CC chain on Keen. Let's see the public execution. He's gonna land it. Lands the public execution. The Cassio's gonna pop off here though. Cassio.
This exchange,
yeah, Kana didn't get Keen into the wall. You see that? He didn't CC chain him and didn't get the W on him either. Because just because he couldn't CC chain him with the R on the wall, meant that he could easily public execution on his not W. You think about it alone.
I can't count it.
Tries to grab at least one of these grubs. KC planned the map fully.
Yeah, and it's going to be Yike securing one of them, but now he needs to get himself
out. Yeah, he's over the wall, gets the root sandstorm, but I think Genji aren't super happy with this, because look at bot lane. Cassio's already pushing. Good sequence for KC. They denied 3, and additionally they farmed them both with Cassio. Cassio's TP. So Cassio can base and maybe look to sniff something topside. They're not going to be able to dab Kana.
Bit of a 2v2 here in the mid lane.
Joby Syndra looks so
with level 6 advantage.
not
Very
good.
Scary.
He's gonna have that first roam down though.
It's really not his champ, bro.
Turret on the top side of the map, so clear out some vision here as Genji get the scatter. Oh no, that is
Joby is so good on Syndra.
No,
I'm kidding.
As you get caught on this, Camille, you just do not.
Wait, Ruler got solo boloed.
And in the meantime,
Ruler got solo boloed.
What happened in the bottom lane? Kalist just killed Ruler.
Oh, holy Kalist top 10 ADC, bro.
Yeah, that was a solo kill. We're gonna have.
Looks like probably just a empowered. Let's see. Stops his back. He's
nah,
down
Ruler
low.
just doesn't care, bro. Like, how did he die from here?
The waves and Ruler greeds.
Nah, blood.
And he's got. Okay, W doesn't even connect actually. See how this really breaks out. Just hits a Q and then W into a shift.
There it is. Does have the barrier
there.
Nah, Ruler's so unserious.
Beautifully played.
Wow. Ruler did not respect.
Yeah, now Yahoo and Yahoo.
I don't know what Ruler is doing, mate.
Flash in is going to get respected there by Ruler. Does at least put that flash to work that he didn't use in that last exchange.
Very disappointing, bro. That's my ADC GOAT right there, bro. What is he doing?
Double Dragon would be very, very nice.
How serious is WC? It's for the team. It's very serious. But like the teams traveled in, they arrived Monday night, had media day Tuesday, and now they're playing. So it's gonna be a mixed bag, you know, the performance. Yeah, XCC chain down, the smite for Canyon. Canyon is moving. Alright, and the game is over. I have no idea what just happened with KC, bro.
And that was a wash. KC on the floor.
Genji just decided to win, bro.
A little bit overzealous there were KC for
I need a
this
replay.
fight.
Give me a replay of that. What just happened? So Yike got insta-snap. He just lost his soul. Leona CC chain. That was kind of sick from Genji. And then Cassio R-flashed air. Actually, never mind. She W flashed, and then Cassio ulted backwards. Yahoo, I just praised you, son.
Completely smashed for them thus far as Kalist will buffer this stun. They're looking for the chase on him.
There's no cleanse, no flash. CC chain, broke his ankles.
7 seconds on the ulti for Chovy here as well. They might be able to find an angle towards Yike.
Yeah, I know market makers and you know, odds and all that jazz put Genji as the favorite to win. Bro, it was already sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it was already sketchy. The angle of them winning in this meta. But based on what we see today, bro, I think HLE and BLG would devour them, bro.
In the meantime, towards the bottom side of the map, some crazy things are happening.
To be fair, it's one game. Yeah. That's why I said based off of this one game. If jungle and bot lane didn't matter, Genji would be the best easily. Yes, if 60% of your team didn't matter, then they would be great. Fantastic, I love this. I love this angle. If my grandma had wheels, I think Genji would have done well at MSI. I don't think so. I think in a super jungle-driven meta, Genji is not so comfortable. They had the same issue at first stand.
Advantage that Genji has for themselves. As they go in once again, Deadly Flourish. Kliss does find Ruler on the other side. Mystic shots are connecting. Oh, the
Q cancellation on the hook shot. Very nice. Here comes the curtain call.
Okay, curtains are being called here.
Yike
is just going to flip
gets away.
Over towards
the doggy.
But they get a pick, and they get the juggler out.
Yeah,
and just
I
no
think that's game, ladies and gentlemen.
Right now, Canyon.
Yeah, they get coning over as it is a
Kiao's got Mercs, but Ambessa ultimate on the Miasma, super nice there. Kiahu with the Petrifying Gaze gets it on the Ambessa. I think Kiahu can play here. I think he should have pushed it forward. I'm all inning there, mate.
I say that. It is going to need to be flashed here as he gets a big old
King with the W shield is going to stay alive. Can he find it? Resonating strike. They come Scatter the Weak. Aptly named. There's Busio on the Camille. Indeed, quite weak. Alright, if anything though, if anything you want to do, I do think that Canyon and Duro are having good games.
The snake in this bottom lane as the Miasma just gets thrown to Narnia. The Petrifying Gaze is going to connect there as well as Keen does.
Alright, baby Keen. He did. Uncharacteristically dangerous from Keen.
What will it cost them? Battle when they find it. True Shot Barrage picks the gap between Ruler and Canyon as Yike going to get flashed on Canyon. Not going to be able to hit the Q as Yike does manage to go untargetable in the nick of time.
Alright, Busio ulting here is really troll. Keen just walks out with the shield from TP. Kiahu tries to proto belt out. Let's see the public execution. Can Keen connect with anybody? Does he send it? There he sends it. The flash and connects with Kalis Criminel. Kalis Criminel has flash. Uses it way too late. That's the root. They're gonna go for Nash here. There's no end angle in sight. But the game is over. Only 300 damage down on Ezreal, but that wasn't a real fight. Like, Busio just griefed, honestly. I have no idea what Busio was thinking. I have no idea what Busio is thinking. Just look at how the fight started. Busio just ease in, and then he ults. Like, I have no idea what he's thinking. It's truly terrible. Kana tries the basic attack, gets kicked in the head. Didn't have mega stacked for the moment.
Just a cherry on top, not even necessary, but it looked damn cool, Atlas, and KC are in trouble.
Busio. Busio. Busio is just a walking advertisement for the accolades of Inspired. That's what he is, bro. Everyone without Inspired just plays worse, bro. Everybody. Tell me a player that went on to play better post Inspired era, bro. I guess like you can argue that like Rogue went and won a split. Hansama, bro, Hansama was popping off with Inspired. You guys forgot his Lucian. But I guess G2 have that same effect. G2 have that same effect. It's fair. It went from being close to not being close at all. Kana's got Mega. Alright, that's the play from Kana. Doesn't lead to anything. Maybe they can kill Canyon here, but Canyon heals. Kiahu tries to posture. Chovy gets the stun. Kiahu falls. There's Busio. Another kill. Genji get the job done. Larry Bird said he would never hire LeBron's teammates, and he did so much work to lift the team so high. For real, for real. Yeah, that's some inspired shit right there. Alright. Yeah, it was close until it wasn't, you know. It was close until it wasn't. Here we have it, BLG vs MKOI. I think that the parity and the excitement from both sides is the most interesting. Ooh, Vex. Where did Vex come from? So this is Vex top lane, of course, for Mirwin into Ambessa. If they pick a Kali here, BLG, they're just making this into the best Vex game of all time. Vex, this is a Vex top lane into Ambessa. It's a Mirwin classic, for those who don't know. Unironically, guys, I think that MKOI's draft is not bad. Unironically. This Vex has insane value. this Vex has crazy value. Oh wow, the second stage is actually legit, bro. I thought they playing in some closet, bro. I have gotten two what's it called? Institutionalized by LEC and LCS, bro. The second stage is actually legit, bro. Jet lag, exhaustion versus MKOI. Question is, who the hell did MKOI practice against, bro, during this entire time? Because I know the LEC team started screaming like a week ago, you know? Like, I'm not posing that question to you guys as a question to mention every team on Earth. I'm saying, like, LEC teams started screaming quite late and recently, you know? Alright, so this is a Mirwin Classic, guys. Mirwin Classic. A little Vex top lane into Ambessa, who's obviously very dash heavy. For those who don't know, Vex works in a way where when somebody dashes in her vicinity, Gloom is stacked on them, and she can then do passive damage and then stack her Doom with the Gloom. An issue with Vex, sadly, is the fact that champions that dash a lot, you don't get to proc it fast enough. Burn from Alpha, but still good. There's the hook after though, and now maybe Super. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, Super? You know, we tanked the gang. Lee was behind. Why did we keep going? Super. I'm looking at this draft a little bit more, and you're seeing theoretically there's probably in a lot of lanes. Knight's about to face check someone. Ooh, the fact that Knight lives that is crazy, by the way. Ooh, Jojo Pure. Alvaro double heals and Anivia TP's out. Holy moly, look at that egg. 3v1. TP was used to get out of there, but now they've slowed it down. That's Ryanair right there. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Nautilus flash forward, they got a kill. Elioya gets an assist, and if he gets these chickens, he's in a really good state, you know? Because at least shouldn't he wasted a lot of time to kill a Super in the bot lane. Did he need to TP? Probably not. Hey! Hey! Pick up there, but able to capitalize. Yeah, that one. Crucial detail for Knight, guys, is when you ask yourself why did he do this, the issue is his wave was freezing into Anivia's side, and she TP'd back already. So him trading 1-for-1 like this isn't the worst, because he would lose so much CS. Like, guys, the outcome of the fight on mid was really bad for Knight. Really bad. The wave was frozen. Help me help you, guys. It's the same with people blaming BB's Rumble when Caps literally ran it the hell down. Gotta look at the nuance of the game, you know? Look at the wave right now for Knight. He has to fight. He has to fight. That was just a touch far from the superstar of BLG, but hey, Shun's there to punish back. Midwin's got flash, public execution on the CC. Midwin is just dead. See how fast he stacked his Doom though? Not too bad for BLG. Yeah, I think the rest of this lane is gonna be tough now, because Vin will get Hex Drinker, and then I think Midwin's just gonna get farmed. Vex is the type of champion that should be good in a game like this, but isn't because the champion is too shit. You know what I mean? It's like, the purpose of the champion is literally to be good in games like these. Like how on earth is she gonna do anything to a Hex Drinker Ambessa now? Papushka is better version of Vex for sure, yeah. They just need to improve her passive, you know? Still just tanking up this line and holding them back. Keep an eye on Shun as he's now coming down the back end of this. I think if Vex's passive would just trigger when somebody dashes, I think it would be good then.
misses the Q.
Like, it just triggers, you know? Does a little bit of damage, stacks Doom, you don't have to do anything. Just a fucking arm comes out of Vex's shadow and just does damage, you know? Like, Annie would be really broken if she could activate her stun whenever she wanted to. Like a toggle, you know? That would be really broken. Because she would have no downtime and no drawback at all. Viper swapping into top, they got triple Void Grub, Ambessa in bot lane with Hex Drinker. Don't think Ezreal Bal can disrupt that though. Vin's got TP, let's see if he's gonna use it to top lane, and then maybe, just maybe, KOI can do something with TP advantage of Vex, because their tempo is better here. Ugly football is best football, I'm gonna be honest. Pretty football is bad gameplay, I think. Low EV, bro.
Below that red buff, 4v4 as it stands.
And Shun is here, might be looking for a play, but no, it's already secured. Tempered Fate's coming in, they've locked down one. There's a good hook, he's gonna beat up the miasma, is there. There's a petrifying gaze, it's all zero. No,
okay, Bin, Viper, nice, enemy portal, 1 for 1. That's the Vex TP advantage. Vex arrives with her clown skin. Just walks around here with her oversized sleeves. Bin gets the wave. BLG taking over River here. Doing it in a 2-2 formation. Shun behind Knight. Bar showed on mid and Viper is going all the way. Find a little snack. Viper flashes instead of proto-belting. What's the point of buying this item, Viper? If that's what we're gonna do. Mirren almost has passive again. Almost has passive. Look at the gloom. Look at the gloom.
Now it's a fight over this blue buff. Let's see if they can take a little bit more.
That's a hook onto the Bardo. That's an E onto the Bardo. Bardo gets cooked. Where's Ezreal? Ezreal got zoned off completely and looped all the way around with his Trinity Force. And Midwin gets solo boloed in the top lane. How did he get solo boloed from that spot? Damn. I think that odds are that G2 planned this for quite some time, and something at MSI was the straw that broke the camel's back. Midwin doesn't get his gloom up. I don't know, this champion being anti-dash is so fake. The gloom is now in MKOI voice comms. Let's see how they pull off this team fight. Viper has no flash. A bar ult on him would be nice. That's an alternate ult. They can actually kite back and hit Ben here. If they can CC chain Ben and kill him, maybe they can win this. MKOI's fight doesn't look too bad, honestly. MKOI can win. Good kiting back there. Lyoya flashes for the bonk. No, Ben lives. Bro, they're all living with 1 HP. They're all living with 1 HP. Super gets the President Mind proc. Super! Holy, President Mind mana went crazy here.
Let's see if JoJo's able to do a little bit more. They've got the health. Knight is low. Sure can flip back.
Shunzilla is looking for some resonating strikes.
Let's see if they can take it. Super needs to be really careful. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Super E'd in the worst place possible, by the way. Like, what was that E? It's a melee into Akali. Super. Hey, good kiting back there from MKOI. They're actually using their compositional gap, because look how they kite back here on Binga Binga's engage. Binga Binga tried to send it, but he's very lonely. He lands on Super Duper, and then the Vi ult and the Nivea CC with the Alvaro Q. Binga Binga, no mercs, but he survives with 1 HP somehow. Way too long. But still, BLG, you know, if BLG just walk away after that, they could have had a winner. But Super gets President Mind procs, so he gets all his mana back. They got a lot of gold onto Super here. The extended play. I'm gonna release a guide on how to gloom max. Whenever anyone speaks to you, just sigh out loudly. Someone comes to you and says, "Jacob, are you hungry? You want to go out and eat?" And don't say anything. Gloom maxing. Nah, Vex having this clown skin is too funny, bro.
That was fire, and
that's the Cristiano Ronaldo, and if it will be here to wall that. Jojo Pune, wall that shit. R2, boom. Oh, Medwin! Do it, Medwin. Do it. Oh. You die if you did. Ooh.
Just about okay. Knight
Akali could have pushed off for free and they could have just waited. And then the moment someone shows top, then they can retake. Midwin. Okay. Ooh, misses the shuriken. Nah, this champion is so fake counter into dash champs. Really fake counter. Like, Knight doesn't even have Mercs. Even though Mercs are amazing this game. He just went for soak shoes because he saw the AP, which is understandable too. BLG. They are in river first. Cassio, very defensive posturing. BLG pulling the Drake down, so they need to loop around and find angles. We'd love to see some of them BLG to be on the left-hand side, but BLG creating a full front to back. That's a hook on Vex. And best ultimate on Vex. I don't know how good it is. Mirren's got no flash. Ooh, the kickaroo. But that's 1-for-1. I don't know how good that is. Because now you lose your jungle and you can't press a Nash. Knight is doing MLG montages for no reason. Just a little E into the shroud. BLG, will they look to pressure Nash or will they look for more item breakpoints? 2 items on Ambessa would be nice. Mob Mamochus is a big finish. Ooh, just a flat Shojin. Alright. We might see BLG just twist the knob and kick it up a notch. Because they have incentives to want to pressure and want to fight. Betzel's also very close to 16. Jojo very ill held. Kali was in bad conditions, but then just farmed Mirren on side. Mirren is just like, I don't know, just gold rations. But the Pro Cinders always build Blackfire Torch. What makes it better than Luden's? Cooldown reduction is just such a big damage amplifier and utility amplifier for Syndra because of how her QCD works and her Q stacking on R works and her Q synergy with E and how often she E's because Qs are on CD and are on the floor. Cooldown ability haste is just a broken stat for Syndra. Well, not too bad, you know. MKOI is so strong in a front to back. Like this is an unplayable Nautilus game. Very tough game for everybody to play. Like compositionally, MKOI is way better. It's way better. As much as Midwin is a meme, the Vex champion just fearing one dash in a teamfight can be the difference maker. And Binga really needs to buy Mercury's. It is a miserable Cassie game to play, to be fair. Like, the enemy team has like very good champions into you. Anivia, Ezreal, Bard. I'm telling you guys, the composition of BLG, like MKOI is primed for an upset win here. Yeah, as long as Vex stops one dash, whether that's Lee, Akali, Ambessa, it's cool. Alright, Binga has Mercs now. Binga is the one who scales. I don't know about Lyoya's purchase here. He's going for Abyssal Mask, which I understand with double AP, but I guess it works. The enemy has double AP. I didn't think too much about it, but it's good. It's good. Abyssal Mask is fine. Yeah, it's okay. Cassio and Akali. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Yeah, move speed is also a very good stat. Like, move speed is a stat that can be translated into range in many different forms. So, for example, for anyone that plays Sivir, like, you get so much move speed from your passive that it doesn't feel that you are as low range as you would be if you didn't get the move speed. Kali on a fatty flank here. Fatty flank. This would just be the third Drake for BLG, so MKOI can get like a lot of CC here. On sends it. Ooh. Knight is not sending it. Cassio is getting so much value because of the engage. He actually got contact. BLG's comp is so hard to play. MKOI's draft is unbelievably broken. It's very strong. It is very strong. Nah, Super, you freak. Super, like, can you take stock of the situation and tell yourself, you know what, we can beat BLG here. Are you an anti-Vexer? Philip La Shadow Flam here for Knight, but the enemy has incentive already to buy MR. Leads into bot lane. MKOI, if they had info on how BLG is positioned, I think they could force Nash right now. Like, you have both solo lanes of BLG just stealing side waves, and we had 2 people on base while Viper is posturing defensively. It is crazy that they get away with that with no vision on Nash and only 1 blue trinket in pocket. Just because MKOI is just full showing on mid. Why we... Viper thought he was Faker. Everything for a crab, bro. But Drake spawns in 130, bro. We all just agreed that this crab is the most important thing. No idea what Elyoya just did. He gets bot ulted, but he's in miasma. Midwin, Elyoya gets the ult off. I think. Ooh, JoJo is still very strong. Bro, Elyoya, all he needs to do is just not go in first. And then I think MKOI's comp just carries them, bro. It just carries them straight up. The comp is so OP. It's so strong. It's a nice CC there from Mirwin. Very nice CC. Look how fast this passive stacked again, bro. I don't know if it's a visual bug, but didn't he insta-stack passive there? Now with the amount of CDR he has, and being level 16, I feel like he's gonna have perma Doom up. So let me pull up how Vex scales. I feel like Vex Vex just needs to cancel some dashes. So the fear duration is 1.5 seconds at level 13. And based on level, at minute 16, the cooldown is only 16 seconds. It's a static cooldown. Wow. Temper Fate. Oh, Vex ult missed. The bottle need to be more valuable. I feel like JoJo needs to play way more aggressive. I feel like Super and JoJo need to trust their champions a little bit more, you know? Let them play. Binga gets insta-exhausted, Elyoyito. Here comes Akali, dives deep to save Bin. I think that's game. I think it's just skill gap, guys. I have to say, I think that Super and JoJo need to play way more aggressive. I feel like they didn't realize how broken they are. Billie Eilish, Ocean Soul is just cooking completely.
Superb stuff. You want to win AWC, you're going to need to crack a few eggs. JoJo finally falls. The Ocean Soul value in the extended...
Yeah, I think Super and JoJo needed to have way more presence in the fight, bro. Like, they need to posture forward and play, and... Like, you know, Ezreal gets E cooldown back off after hitting 1.5 Qs.
The thing is, there's 30 seconds on the wave clear. BLG smell blood in the water. And maybe a little bit of that omelette frying, eh? Towards the Nexus turret they go. Tempered Fate buys some time.
Lights too bright for MKOI.
Stop the onslaught, but Bilibili Gaming will
this is Weak League of Legends, and it comes from Europe. This was very, very losable.
And this is why they're one of the best. Yes,
very. They had a chance here. Generally had a chance. They had a chance. Alright, is this going to be a Camille first pick for Kyle? Papushka is out, but so is Ziggy. Cassiopeia on the flex. You know, Flandre is the kind of guy to be like, you know what? Let me play that shit. He could. But I doubt it. Shiwu. Can I get a Shi? Can I get a Wu? Shiwu on the Jace, one of his better champs, that's for sure. Jace, one of the most banned champs at MSI, gets through. Syndra for showmaking maker. I like it. I swear though, if I get to watch Smash play Syndra when the showmaker's in the game, I'll be very upset. Very, very upset. Anyone's Legend have a great incentive to pick a tank here. But what could happen is the enemy sends Jason to jungle and they can't pick the tank. But I think that you just slam... I think Sion downfall is overstated. Only bad teams played Sion. There's one win of Sion and that's Zeus playing it. But it was Kana and Guigo that really tanked the Sion win ratio at MSI. And those two players didn't win a single game, so can't blame Sion for that. Thank God. Thank you, Hope, for locking in Ezreal, because now we get a guaranteed goddamn Syndra mid. I love it. I think if AL got lead, I think this team would be insane. Why is Ezreal so high prio? It's just good into AP Mage's bot lane and gives you range and safety. So Ezreal gets picked early because it can fit in every draft. And you can match it with any support. You can play with Ezreal Leona, Ezreal Camille, Ezreal Karma. You know? How's Thousand this year? Middling. Middling. If anyone's Legend find a way to get themselves onto a Rakan would be very nice. But I think that Karma's just gonna be the slam for KO. Alright, Flandre, pack the fries, bro. Lock in the goddamn Sion.
What's gonna be taken into the J? Shen, a nice option, locked in for Flandre. Also,
I think the Sion is just a better laner into Jace. No, what EWC has done in terms of seeding and the amount of teams that come to this tournament is amazing. Huh? Trundle support? What the hell? Bro, I understand that you can ult the Leona, bro, but you're playing half the game before level 6, you know? Alright, I'm kind of hyped for this game, though. I'm kind of hyped for this game. Very excited for this game. We're gonna focus on this one. DK versus AL is a match that I think is going to be absolutely super exciting. This is a matchup we never get to see. Trundle doing some bonking, bro, but I'm not a believer in this Trundle pick at all, guys. Guardian Trundle with E cooldown that is insanely long. I just think that he offers so little. Imagine there's a skirmish at minute 5 and you have a Trundle with Guardian. At least go like Grasp. At least go pre-TA, you know? So when you all in like this, you actually have damage, you know? I really don't like Guardian. I really don't like Guardian. EWC seeding is amazing. It's literally really good. Like, I don't know how they ended up doing that good, but Riot should implement some stuff from there. Korean teams were Seed 2, Seed 2, Seed 3. Seed 4 pool was like all the smaller regions. It's just that it's not part of the Riot circuit in the sense that they don't fund the broadcast, they don't fund the tournament, and Riot just give the licensing, you know, and the support to make it work. Alright, Shadow Dash. Very sad about the Riftbound cards Shen is going to get.
What Lucid was going to die on his back. I feel like we saw from Inspire, he bought double Crystal instead of Crystal and Longsword. And that's because he was actually planning to fight.
I really think this is the more interesting game. Honestly, guys. Honestly, it is what it is. Kael with the movement. Gumyushi would hit that. Yeah, EWC, they have their own broadcast partners and broadcast producers and all that jazz. That's a taunt. If they can kill Jace here, it's a really big deal, guys. CU tries to get a kill, but Flounder flashes, bro. Like, you think this Jace has 6 items or what? Is the Syndra Prior real? Yeah. I thought the Syndra Prior would be this high at MSI, bro. I don't know what has happened, but I really thought Syndra Prior would be this high at MSI. It just once again the Yamato ahead of his time. It is what it is.
The mid prep stand united out.
Alright, Trundle Super is looking really good, guys. Do you think that Shu is the ace? I don't know why CV Max decided to be so funny, bro. Like, Career is here to die Flandre. Look at his contribution, bro. Little slugger Trundle. There he is. Flounder walks to the tower, realizes enemy support is completely useless. It's the craziest comment ever, bro. You're the ace of failure. Imagine saying that to bro. Bro just turned into a comedian while flaming his team, bro. It's just so mental that CVMax said that. And they released the footage. Siwu has flash, but Tarzan's got ult. There's the bonk from Siwu, there's the ultimate, and the flash. Banana shaves Siwu, and Siwu falls. No Shen ult used yet. I just don't know how you make any proactive play with DK's draft.
Yeah, he's big. I mean, again, it really is hope for the rest of the world.
Trundle's still not 6-10 minutes in. Soon career will be full scaled. The worst part is, you know, career is just buying useless items as well. Like, he's gonna buy protoplasm, but who cares if you're tanky, bro? You're not contributing anything. Like, at least buy an item that helps us. At least buy, like, a redemption or a knight's vow, you know? Like, you're just gonna be ignored, bro. We're gonna, you know, growing up, there was like these anti-bullying ads that we saw on TV, where like the person getting bullied was just invisible, and then at the end someone says, "Hey," and then they are visible again. You know, they were like blurry the whole episode. Did you guys have those ads? Trundle in a team fight, legit, is gonna be one of those anti-bullying ads. Like everyone's just gonna ignore him. Is it mandate Trundle kind of thing for support? Nah, the new mandate is not the greatest. Alright. AL keeping control. The hardest thing is like I just don't know how DK do anything proactive. Like how can Xin Zhao ever commit first to any situation when Shen ult is the threat? DK just need to hope and wait for a mistake. Siwu, the ace of what? The ace of failure. Here comes the Shen ultimate from bot lane, the CC chain onto Siwu. Siwu gets taunted and Siwu falls. Lucio tries to fight back. We might just see Shen W get value. Here comes the little slugger Trundle. He's getting ignored like in those bullying ads. He does the ultimate on Shen though. Look at his basic attacks do so much damage. Showmaker still has Scatter the weak off cooldown in just a couple of seconds. There's the pillar. Trundle is coming. Oh, Showmaker gets the stun on Tarzini. Showmaker flashes. Here comes the Vi Q. Showmaker gets out. And DK somehow win the team fight. I guess it's just the outnumber, the 4v5. Look at top lane Cassiopeia, guys. Top lane Cassiopeia, she just got a lot of waves, a lot of farm, some platings. That's good play by Showmaker that he lived that somehow. Never mind. Never mind then. Sorry, bro. I don't know, bro. If this Trundle was any useful champ, I would have faith. Yeah, with full river control again. I just don't know how DK is gonna fight an objective ever, guys. How do they face check? How do they enter? I really don't know. There's a time to do it. It would be now. Smash didn't finish his second item, which is a very big deal. This Drake fight is super important. Alright, good setup here for DK. They are first in river. Blue trinket on the banana bush. AGAL is face checking. No smite. Career. Ooh, what a dodge. What a dodge from Showmaking Maker. What a dodge. Trundle carrying the game with his presence, with his aura. When he puts that W on the ground, he is lagging the game for everybody. Okay, CC chain. This is a lot of damage under the tower though. If Showmaker can get ult off. Tarzan dropping low, but Sundered Sky is so broken. Siwu has a big shield, wants to get contact. Here's the hammer. Gets the kill. Smash with the fourth shot. Will he flash on Tarzini? Doesn't go for it. Plays it safe. Here's Trundle on the flank. Here's the little slugger Trundle. The boy. Career. Career. People pick Jin because they think it's a safe pick into these range flexes, but I don't buy it, bro. I think picking Jin into Ezreal is a losing proposition. I don't like it, bro. I like Jin with Rumble, for example. In games like this, I really hate Jace and Jin as a pairing because they get countered by the same thing. So there's really never a point in pairing them together, in my opinion. Like in this game, they needed Xayah, for example. Xayah is not good into Ezreal, but it's good into like what they want to do compositionally with the Vi, and then suddenly you're playing Syndra, Jace, and you have like a meat grinder ADC. It's kind of nice, you know? It's kind of nice. Maybe Xayah is not optimized, but it's more about like what direction you want how to counter the enemy's theme, you know? But I do think that AL's draft is very well rounded, honestly. Showmaker is not finishing second item, guys. I think that DK is going to be cooked for this Drake. Here comes Career. Put the pillar down, baby, with your Emax. Beautiful pillar. The pillar separates them like Moses in biblical times. Hope on 1 HP. Siwu gets Cassie ulted. Siwu. That's a terrible position to be in, Siwu. Vi goes deep, but he has no backup. His teammates are quite low. AL, Hope, this is your time to get a penta. Smash. Nice, his first shot gets blocked by Shen W. I don't know. I feel like Loki, DK, they are playing a little bit better. If their draft was just useful, I think it's winnable, bro. This Shen is cooking, yeah. Shen is doing a lot of damage. It's like Trundle into Shen is also giga fake, you know, because he doesn't even buy the armor and MR. Look at him go, bro. He has fucking Titanic Hydra and Dusk and Dawn. Chiu is worse than Doran. Yeah, I was saying this on Summoning Inside. I was saying, you know, when people complain about Doran, you know, it's like there's a question that about Doran that is right next to all of the greatest unsolved math problems of humanity's entire history. Whatever that math problem is, you know, I don't know how to string theory or whatever, anything that is unsolved, I don't know what is unsolved. Right next to that is, who do we replace Doran with? We don't want him on our team, but who do we get? And that's a question that everybody asks when they have Doran on their team, but no one has an answer to. Some challenges player? Nah, blood. The Shy, guys. The Shy. The Shy is on IG, baby. What is T1 option? Either win the bidding war for Zeus at the off-season, roll swap Chovy, or bring back Khan, Nuguri, Smeb, all at the same time, and hope one of them is still golden. I think if Chovy was the top laner of T1, I think that that's golden road, by the way. That's just golden road, straight up. If Chovy becomes the top laner for T1, golden road, instantly. That would be the best T1 roster of all time. I am 100% certain if Chovy swapped to top lane, he would be the best top laner in the world. Dusk and Dawn damage is kind of nutty, bro.
Thinking about going back in a TP flank, they're going to go for him instead of this Baron. Shanks coming in to make a 2v1. The fight from Flandre. They didn't need Shanks.
Solo Bolo.
For a 0-7 Jace. Fear whatsoever here.
Shanks gets rooted. Maybe this is a chance here with the roots. Shanks is dropping low. Good Hourglass. Lucid. Oh, look how much Career is tanking in the back. Shiwu on the flank. Shiwu. Shen is just one-shotting them, by the way. Shen's damage is unbelievable. Shen's damage is actually unbelievable. It's unreal how much damage.
Flandre saves the day by
Unbelievable. I'm gonna be honest, top laners think they are cool, but mid laners are playing a different life, bro. If Zeka was a top laner, I think he could be the best top laner in the world, bro. Insane cap. Bro, Jahu role swapped to top lane and was just the best top laner in the world easily, bro. It wasn't even close. You just have a mid laner that comes top lane, then all these rules that top laners have suddenly don't matter anymore. It's like, oh, you blind picking Gnar? Alright, I'm picking Syndra top. Jahu was insane, bro. They won him aside, bro. He was playing, you know, he was playing Lucian top, Jace top, and just smurfing on everybody. Hey, he'll just have complete domination over the game, guys. This soul is also tremendous. There's the Channel with the TPA skin. Look at that shield he has, but Serpent's Fan is gonna cut that. Where's Jace? Good zoning from AGL. There's good team play across the board from AGL. See you almost go splitting away. I just noticed the Trundle support was the angle. The angle is to go to Charles de Gaulle Airport fast. Mid lane has to do everything you consider hard about your own role. That's what mid lane needs to do. Mid lane needs to track support, jungle. They need to play pretty much every champ. If we're talking about agency, that's a whole different thing. Getting high elo might be harder with ADC because you have very little agency, but it doesn't make it harder as a role.
Here on Tarzan, solo play now thrown out with True Shot Barrage dodge. Tarzan for the flash bolt breaker in.
Jhin, neck broken. Career. He's biting Flandre. Watch out, Flandre. You're in danger. You're in danger, son.
On to Chris. Cut of the week is good with the pillar as well. Tarzan jumps back in. Bolt breaker doesn't connect, but neither does Petrifying Gaze. Probably saves the life, saves the game of DK, but for how much longer?
This is Career's moment. Show them your trophy, Career. Nice trophy.
Take another body in Career. Shadow dash forward. Shanks jumping
in the enemy
line. Showmaker gets his unleashed power, but Hope jumps forward. There's no more fuel in the tank.
Hope.
DK have been taken down.
There we go. There we go. AL secured the overkill.
Absolutely beautiful team.
Alright, guys. Are you ready for this? Alright, guys. Ready for the highlight reel? This is the Trundle highlight reel. Alright. And there it was. That was the Trundle highlight reel. Did you see it? Did you miss it? Let me play it again. Here's the Trundle highlight reel. And there it was. And there it was. Alright. This is, honestly, this could be the highlight of the day, guys. We have not been rewarded at all for the game so far. Jarvan is looking really juicy here. But so is Papushka then, as an answer into Jarvan. I think Junior is slamming Jarvan any day of the week, bro. Really? I'm just seeing all these jungle bans. Jarvan is looking mighty juicy. But I think the threat of Papushka... Bro, if they go Ziggs Camille and enemy gets to go Jarvan Poppy 2-3, I think you just FF the game, no? I think Tabe has an opportunity here. If the Camille gets locked in, to do an RKO out of nowhere. Jarvan Poppy 2-3. Alright, that's the Jarvan. I think Jarvan value is insane here, guys. JDG now could pivot into picking Camille Poppy. Lion hasn't cared about Orianna all tournament long. They could send Ziggs mid, but that wouldn't be really sane. I do think having Poppy jungle is really good against the overall champion pool of Saint. They slammed the Jace, turning their composition into range and poke heavy. Bard goes kinda hard. His engage tools into Orianna and Jace. I like Bard. I think that both drafts are pretty solid so far. JDG will ban Yorick and Olaf most likely. That's what I would ban. Naughty, naughty. I'm banning Yorick and Olaf every day of the week here. Let's see if JDG blunder. Yorick Mori. Victor. Alright, Victor banned. That's one of Saint's favorites, and Victor did do well at the tournament, so maybe Tabe has a third eye that he's peeking through right now. Yone into Poppy showing, and that's the Anivia. Anivia is flexed. Could we go top lane into the Jace? What if JDG go Trash of Helios? Boom. Classic.
disengage.
Oh, if they pick Pyke, JDG don't want to win. They're just adding risk to a game that doesn't need it. Inspired is saying it in comms right now, guys, if we don't completely lose the game in the first 5 minutes, we're gonna win. We go Pyke Kaiser 4-5. I'm a big fan of Gala Kaiser, but bro, can we pick a better support? Like even Leona was just better, no? Yorick Mori. Ziggs mid? Ziggs mid. Caitlyn bot. Oh, it's brilliant. Yo, so smart. So smart. So smart. I like it. You get a contested winning lane against the Kaiser Pyke. And then Ziggs mid into Orianna is solid. I honestly like really what Lion pivoted to. I think that the advantage that JDG had, they squandered it with this Pyke Kaiser lock-in. Disturbing. Look, JDG can win this if they literally explode enemy Nexus in 23 minutes. Like, if they get like a level 2 gank, the level 3 gank, and then Pyke is just roaming the whole map and the Nexus completely explodes, that can happen. That can happen, right? But already, the Caitlyn pivot makes Caitlyn bot. That's actually a winning matchup in my opinion in the Kaiser Pyke. Like, if Pyke doesn't land a hook, if he misses his first 2 hooks, his lane is just done on the spot. So, I just think that when you need to snowball bot lane, and on paper you have a weaker bot lane in the 2v2, I think that's a very, very tough prospect, bro. Like, I think that's a losing concept. Alright, there's a level 3 gank. It's a crucial one. Oh, we have to know this is coming, right? Oh, 1-for-1 is huge. 1-for-1 is really huge. That's huge. You know, you saw how Isles didn't base attack the Poppy? It was very intentional and important.
Yeah, but Lion's got to be happy with that, right?
Very good. I was the biggest Isles hater, but now he's my GOAT, bro. People praise Inspired, but it's all Isles, bro. Isles is the puppet master. When Inspired says, Isles, what are you doing? He explains what he's doing. And then Inspire says, sorry, Isles. Yeah. I guess the other thing that you can hope for is that Gala does some freak shit on Kaiser, but this is such a bad Kaiser draft, bro. Like, you have no CC on your team. No CC. Playing Kaiser with Orianna, Jace as your solo laners.
Coming in, but get back. The little trap's doing a good job. Smite's going to be available, sent back into the wall. They're looking for a little bit more, but it is going to be picked up by Lion.
Berserker survives with the barrier. Inspired flashes into the wall. Nice trap there. Nice Q there. Nice W. Thing is, in skirmishes, JDG's champions are still stronger at this point in the game. Lion need to just buy time. This is gonna be like the classic Lion suck out all the air out of the game angle. That's what Lion's gonna do, bro. Just all the air out.
Exceptional a year ago, but if you're amazing now, you can definitely take
Empire
that.
Double Flash is coming out. DPlus going to get caught out. It is a 2v1. Egg is still available, so it is going to get pulled, but there's just nothing you can do. It's a Jace and a Pyke just there, barraging you as much as possible. Xiaoshu picks up the kill.
They're currently playing from behind, but they're making a play.
In a bit of a pickle as they're trying to get that kill. Instant cross flag, and Dragon's good. Cataclysm even better. Berserker picks up the kill.
What did I miss, boys? Lion diving?
Just lives on a slither of HP. Have to be so careful with that, but
did Dogla get solo boloed?
What
did I miss, guys? Loop me in. Bro, I went be right back for 30 seconds. I've been streaming for 5 hours. I get to stand up for 30 seconds. Dive top, dive bot. Dokes died to Pyke. Alright, Pyke roam into Dokla. And then Papushka matched bot lane, or what happened? Alright. Berserker Collector, alright. Snowballing. Alright.
If we can stop him from getting anything in this game, it's going to be so much harder as the fight already kicks off. Isles is caught here. Shockwave is good. Isles, if he lives here, that is insane. He missed. He's healed up. One more. He sidesteps. The hook, it's not enough, and Hongshu's about to go down for his troubles. Saint, he's going to flash forward, and the return fight from Lion secures the kill.
Saint is getting isolated by Vampire. Ooh, doesn't land it on time. Really good play from Vampire, but it also means Lion. We'll just have to walk away. Labro played horrible against Lion. Absolutely horrible. It is funny that the two frauds in the past, Vampire and Isles, are actually popping off, bro. AOE stream after? So you want me to stream League for 9 hours? No, I have scrims after. Kaling conditions are so good. Very hard game for Kaiser to play. Like, Gala Kaiser's his best champ, but bro, this game, bro, DK got stomped, bro. They had the worst draft I've ever seen, bro. Actually, not the worst. I don't know what it is with Korean teams and Trundle. Because Trundle wins in a vacuum. But we're just saying shit, bro. Trundle wins in a vacuum. Yeah, maybe if you need someone to tidy up and hoover your room, like, maybe then he vacuums better. We're just saying things. It's the same when people don't know how to use subjectively or objectively, or right now in the vacuum. Honkyu has flash, he's just holding it, bro. What a Chad. Holy moly. Honkyu, damn. That's a massive goal lead, you know. Ooh. Berserker got hit by Kaiser W or what? How did Kaiser get in range? Oy, oy, oy. Holy guys, the illusion is shattered. The illusion is shattered. We are back to North America being North America. The illusion is shattered. Oh, the illusion is so shattered. You know, JDG as a team, I did think that Lion had the better draft coming into this game. Because I hate drafts when Pyke needs to smurf his face off for you to win. I really don't like those drafts.
Yeah, Vampire getting the flash hook. It's going to be enough. Oh, it's just not enough. The tempered fate will not keep you alive.
Vampire is the MVP, bro. Can't believe that guy in chat said, this Pyke is doing nothing. He's like completely smurfing.
And that's the big part, right? There's the big damage dealer from afar is taken out. Now it's on Saint to be that Dokla as well. Let's see if they can go for it. Is the Baron taken to 4.5k right here? Genjia is here looking to do a little bit more damage, but everyone started to leave. Mega Inferno bomb does go down. They're going to send it forward. It's a big
Inspired?
It hits on
wow, they focus him down so well.
Take him out. Inspired could not lock it down. It was JDG securing the Baron. Now they're looking for more, Logan, as Vampire forward. Need to be very careful. Dokla might get the kill, locks it down, takes one back.
Not the best trade. You get the shutdown, I guess.
Scrambled eggs yet again. I like mine well done. How do you like yours?
They're very, very weak performance from Lion. I think they had the tools to do something here, but JDG actually got so much value. So much value, got super far ahead, accelerated on mid, accelerated on top, accelerated on AD. They're just straight up 10k gold ahead, guys. He's powered by Lenovo Legion Power Spike Nash's Tooth. I was lying down 12k. I don't know, Vampire just decided to lock in, started sniping people left and right. They just took every tower with Nash off of their picks, and they haven't looked back. JDG is a very strong snowballing team. Like, JDG's early game into snowball, it's one of the best in the entire world, really, but they are just very inconsistent, and Gala had a very, very poor showing.
In the backline looking at Saint, but it is Dokla able to have that egg form still available, just being holding them back. Saint
gets the kill. Alright, Dokla is trying. Look at the timing W here from Gala late. He gets it. Boom, bam. Yo, Daniel. They're okay. They're pretty one-sided, all of them. Like, we haven't had a close game at all. Every game, one-sided. One of the weaker performances from everybody on Lion, honestly. Playing Nexus Knights with him today? At what hour? Should I come? Nah, I need to watch EWC, bro. That Kaiser's just sending nukes with her W, guys. It's so ironic that the guy in chat said that Pyke is not doing anything. Then he completely Goomba 1v9, got everybody giga ahead.
Up against the LPL.
An ace and the Nexus at the same time.
I think Saint never played Ziggs in his entire life, guys.
Best of one against Lion here.
Straight up. What a Nexus explosion.
What a game. That was quite the show.
Lion looked like a shell of themselves, and JDG, honestly, JDG, you can't underestimate them. At least my pick'em is correct. Yeah, baby. I did think that they had a nice draft.